psychic all of a sudden.
Yes. Look, listen, I could be of a great help to you as a father figure. Perhaps guide you through some of the pitfalls that lie ahead.
Is that right?
I've got experience.
Have you?
Yeah.
In what?
In everything. Apart from shelving.
That's quite general, isn't it?
I heard a theory, wild as this may seem, that your brother...
Do you hear theories or do you hear rumours?
I think you can hear both. If you've got your ear to the ground. What's this I hear, though, about your brother thinks that being bitten by a wasp may explain some of his behavioural problems?
Well, he kind of claims that his first memory is being bitten by a wasp at 2 years old. Which, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if I'm not willing to pull him up on that, would explain a lot.
Yeah.
But 2 years old, you can't remember stuff like that.
But if you were bitten by a wasp, then you might be, or stung by a wasp, you might remember, because it'd be, wow, what's that? You look at that, and then you remember a little fuzzy yellow and black. Off you go.
I've never been stung by a wasp, bee, hornet, anything like that.
Never?
No, I've been stung by the taxman, but that's about it.
You haven't lived, my friend. I was stung by a wasp only last week.
Really? And you are now going to proceed...
to spit at the audience and walk off early.
And did it hurt?
Yeah, you know, it did hurt. It was right.
Where were you stung by this wasp?
Well, in my garden.
Whereabouts on your anatomy were you stung?
In between my big toe and the neighbouring toe.
On one of your webs?
On my right foot. No.
On one of your webs?
Look, you're making light of it. I'm not going to share it with you if you're going to make light of it. I thought you cared about the wasp.
Well, let's carry on and talk about how great I am.
Right. Do you get tired of being told how great you are?
I actually get really embarrassed when people tell me how great I am. I don't mind actually debating it with a group of friends.
Do you have debates about...
It would. Yeah.
OK. And so do you hang out with other well-established, talented musicians who also think they're great?
No, because that's bad for the ego, isn't it? You know?
Well, we've got Ian Brown here, and many would say that without Ian and the Stone Roses, your little band wouldn't have happened.
That's right.
It probably wouldn't happen.
Well, it wouldn't have happened.
So he's probably greater than you, then? Ian, am I right or am I right, Ian?
I didn't hear it, sorry.
What a diplomat.
Good boy. Well, if it wasn't for the Stone Roses, we wouldn't have been doing the kind of music that we do, and they were such an inspiration to a lot of people in Manchester, and unfortunately only 5 people really got anything from it, which was the 5 guys that were in our band at the time. But if it wasn't for Ian and John and Rennie and Manny, we wouldn't have the attitude that we had. We wouldn't, because the Stone Roses made us believe that we could change the world.
They were pioneers.
They were pioneers.
Yeah.
They were pioneers. Still, well, he still is.
What a lovely thing to say.
Well, it's only the truth, you know. I'm not going to blow smoke up his ass, you know.
Don't go and spoil it now. Now, what is this true? You got given a Rolls Royce by your record company?
I did, yeah.
And you can't drive?
I can't drive. No, I don't have a driving licence. Didn't stop me from buying 4 cars, though.
Did they give everyone in the band a Rolls Royce?
No, they didn't. And it was a story that's actually still narcs Liam to this day.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't blame him.
But what happened was it was the end of '95, and Morning Glory come out, and I think we'd done 12 million. That's 12 million count. 12 million in a year or something. And I'd had this conversation with Alan McGee in passing months before about how it's all about a chocolate brown Rolls Royce, man. That's what it's all about. And we go to this Christmas party, what Creation are having, and on the way in is this chocolate brown Rolls Royce parked outside a hotel. I didn't think anything of it at the time. And I get in there, and Alan gets up and he starts making this speech about blah, 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 great guys, da, 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 you're genius, you're a genius, you two are not, but you two are, you're all right. And he gets out this stack of little boxes, and he gives, you know, Bonehead, this vintage Rolex, and he gives Griggs a vintage Rolex and Whitey, and then our kid a solid white silver vintage Rolex. And so I start there, and he says, no, for you, you know, and I'm going, oh, is that my Rolls Royce parked outside? And he went, who told him? And he berated everybody in the room. So he's going around to everyone going, did you tell him? Did you tell him? I told you not to tell him. At this point, Liam sat there going, Rolex. Rolls Royce. Rolex. Rolls Royce. And I'm going, Rolls Royce! Rolex!
Am I right in thinking that for Liam, the thought process...
But it's cool, because he can't tell the time and I can't drive, so we quit it.
You know, the BBC gave me a lovely pen at Christmas to say thank you for...
We do keep sheep in it.
You know what? I do have sheep. You can't drive, though? You can't drive? Didn't being given a chocolate brown Rolls Royce encourage you to want to learn to drive?
I did. I took about 10 driving lessons, and my driving instructor, God bless her, was like Oliver from the buses, but it looked like she'd been pumped up with the foot pump. And she put her hand on my knee one afternoon when I was going round a roundabout.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly. And then she'd be driving around a council estate in Slough, and she got me to park in between these two cars. Unbeknown to me, it was outside her mum's house, and out trots her mum and her sister and the rest of her family. And I'm sat in a Nissan Micra, a red one with a big L on the top. And they're going, "This is Noel." I'm going, "Hello." So after that, I thought, bollocks that, man. I'm not having it.
I'll teach you to drive if you want.
No, I don't know, because...
Hey, I've got a bubble car. I can teach you to drive in the bubble car.
I've seen the bubble car.
Have you seen the bubble car?
I've seen it.
You like it?
It is quite funky.
That's the nicest thing you've said all day.
No, it is. I mean, you know, if it suits you, let's put it that way.
Noel, a pleasure having you on the show. And also,
I bet it was.
Thank you for many fabulous albums and a couple of dodgy ones.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Noel Gallagher, ladies and gentlemen. My thanks to Tim Robbins, Josh Hartnett and, of course, Noel Gallagher. Next week, I'll be joined by crisp flogging football ace Gary Lineker, Queens of the Marigold Glove Kim and Aggie from How Clean Is Your House, and 24-carat diamond geezer Ray Winston. Plus, we have music from PJ Harvey. Now, we keep what you got from his brilliant new album, Soloised, accompanied by Mr. Noel Gallagher. It is the fantastic and pioneering Mr. Ian Brown.